Okay, should be fun. Which one was I playing? I think it's this one. Oh, it doesn't matter because this one is 1650 and this one is 1650. They're the same file. They're the same file. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, we're good. We're good. Zephyr. I can remember voices, I swear. It has absolutely not been far too long. Sorry about that. Look, it was a decent week last week, and I had a lot of housework, like house maintenance stuff and yard maintenance stuff to do. But anyway, Zephyr. Oh, Zephyr. Almost didn't see you there. I suppose I am as stealthy as a knight. No, as the knight. I meant as the knight. Sounds like you need a drink. At least he survived. I was afraid I got him killed. Desperately. One that helps me remember words. I've been quiet for so many hours. I think I've forgotten how to speak. That explains why we're communicating telepathically right now. We are. No! Who the are you?
Oh, I was too stealthy. Was I too stealthy for you?
No. Let's get you a drink so you stop cursing at a child.
Detective, stop cursing at the detective.
Yes, of course. Though my drinks don't come cheap. How much? I'll trade you for a trinket. Oh, one of those. One of those. What if I don't find one? Are you trying to tell me you made it all the way through the castle without stealing a single thing? There, I got you a clock. Here. Thought the place might like it.
Oh!
Well, my tavern tells me it thinks it's beautiful. But it's wondering what it might be. Thought it was smarter than that. Does the tavern want to guess what it is? Is it not a clock? I'm pretty sure it's a clock. I'm pretty sure it's neither of these. I'm pretty sure it's a clock. You're not even remotely close.
Oh, but imagine making a huge wax seal with it. Oh, I bet it would look so cool.
You need a very big puddle of wax, though. think such a large amount of wax would make it impossible to open any letters. Probably. It's a wall clock adorned with hungry bats. One creature of the night telling time to another. A very inaccurate wall clock, it seems. It's nowhere near midnight. Its hands seem to have gotten stuck before midnight for an eternity. Or at least since I found it. Will this do, or will I have to pull another heist? This'll do fine. Good. And because I'm someone that always keeps her promises, I shall now prepare a drink for you. One moment. Let's see if I have something that will make you more polite towards local detectives. Okay. So, we want something that'll make him more polite, so something with charisma, I guess. We could do Sunny Breeze. We haven't done one of those yet. Why not? One of these additives goes high on charisma, right? That one does charisma and a little bit of the wing charm. Sure. Oh, this has to go up to 2. Okay, 1 Sunny Breeze. Coming up. Politely, a drink. Did I accentuate the right notes? Sure did. You should consider becoming a musician. I'm happy where I'm at now, thanks.
Now will you be polite to me? What happened?
No.
Why not?
I don't even know who you are.
Oh, I'm Melina. Oh, but you can call me Melly.
No thanks.
So, what else did you steal? Castles have many things, I've heard.
Nothing. Shouldn't you be at school?
I don't go to school. I'm already smart enough.
Do your parents agree with that?
My parents are dead. And they didn't come back as ghosts to tell me to go to school. So it can't be that important.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay. It's already been this many years since they died. Just kidding. I can count. It's been 7 years. So I was only 3 when they disappeared forever. I don't remember a lot about them. But I already solved their murder, so it's okay.
Did you avenge them?
No, they got eaten by zombies, and the zombies got eaten by a T-Rex. Not a lot left to avenge.
That makes sense. It does. A classic adventurers to yeah, sure. We're gonna go with, yep, that sounds about right.
Right? Well, I basically speed ran my origin story. I've got dead parents as my motivation and a detective career to make sure I can help other people.
Because people didn't help you?
Exactly. Huh, but it's okay. It made me into the adventurer I am today, and I like who I am.
Doesn't it make you sad?
No! What's your origin story?
Yes, Zephyr. What is your origin story? It's far too dark for your young mind to handle. Best you don't know.
Okay. Well, what's your name?
Blaze.
But she just called you Zephyr.
That's my middle name.
Okay, I'll respect your fake name, but only if you tell me what castle you stole the innkeeper a clock from.
Fine. It was Morrow Castle. I was on a dangerous quest to steal a precious cape from a murderous vampire.
Did she kill you?
Obviously not.
Not so murderous then, huh?
She would have if she'd caught me. So, she didn't? No. Hi, Faz. I don't really use Discord too much, so yeah, probably not gonna do that. But yeah, enjoy. No, I managed to complete the mission undetected, thanks to the invisibility that took hold of my body. I was able to avoid the cohort of monsters she had put in my path. Only the dragons know what would have happened if they had spotted me, weak and not prepared to fight. But they didn't. Even the living gargoyles with their litheric claws at her doors did not sense my presence. I waited until they were mid-argument to sneak through a nearby window that had been left open to grant spiders easy access to the castle.
Oh, I heard Morrow Castle's very scary. Oh, was it very scary? On a scale from 1 to parents being eaten by a T-Rex, how scary is it?
In the middle, I suppose. Interesting. Did you run into any traps? I was able to spot and avoid them all thanks to my remarkable perceptive gifts. And your help. To a lesser extent, your help. Anyway, I found the cape in her closet, hung between ball gowns covered in rubies and diamonds.
Oh, did you take any?
Maybe.
So you're a thief!
Obviously.
Can you teach me how to be a better thief? Oh, I want to expand my portfolio.
Why would I do that?
Because I asked nicely.
Forget it. I took the cape along with whatever gemstones I could find when I heard her approaching her chambers. Quickly I hid among the dressing gowns, holding my breath to avoid making any sound. I thought I had made it through when suddenly she opened the closet doors. I I was pressed so close to the wall I thought the wood would start vibrating in rhythms with my heartbeat. But she reached right past me, picked out a hat, and returned to her dastardly vampiric activities.
Oh, what are vampiric activities?
I don't know, sucking blood, turning into bats, scheming about blood, whatever.
Lots of blood stuff, it sounds like.
Indeed. Did you make it out of there easily, Blaze? I found a secret passageway that led below the pond, through the earth, and into the summit of Witch's Peak. Almost scared this strange cleric to death when I regained my visibility. She was ready to ignite me with her golden flames.
Well, that seems harsh. For just a little jump scare. Are you sure your fingers stayed in your pockets?
Who can say?
Speaking of sleight of hand, where did you find that clock?
It was sitting in the display case in the middle of a hallway that stretched on forever.
Well, then how do you know it was in the middle?
I could feel it. The case was locked, but with my expertise, I could crack it open in no time. The antique clock stood right in between a ritualistic dagger and a vial of blood. And I thought it strange that it was the only item without a tag, so I took it.
A tag?
She's very organized, labels everything.
Why would you display a vial of blood? Shouldn't that be in her pantry?
Its label described it as blood from the very first vampire, Mike. Judging by its position next to such a priceless item, the clock must be worth a fortune.
In that case, thank you again. It will look great in my tavern.
Indeed.
Oh, it sounds like you would have been through a lot of trouble if you got caught.
But I wasn't, thanks to the innkeeper's drink. I not only survived, but also avoided the horrors of the wraith entirely.
Sounds like a tasty drink.
I would hope so.
Seems like the quest was completed successfully. Thank you, Blaze. You did a good job.
I'm lucky I survived once more. It's a miracle I made it past so many monstrous creatures without being harmed.
Did you think you might die when you took the quest, I mean?
It's always a possibility.
Well, then why would you go?
Death is inevitable. Such is life.
At least you have your cape now?
It's not mine. Belongs to another vampire.
Another vampire?
Yes. It was stolen from him in a lover's quarrel. The clutches of love always end in cruel tragedy. But the comedy it takes to get there is worth the ride. Only for those willing to suffer. Aren't we all? Speaking of suffering, I'm sure Kyle, that's the long-suffering, very comedic vampire Melly, would love his cape back. I could extend the quest to include a speedy delivery. After the day I've had. You've done enough hiding for one day, don't you think? Professional hiding. Fine. I'll do a direct delivery. But just this once. Where can I find this Kyle? Last I saw him, he left with Rhea to aid a certain cleric with her investigations. I'm sure you'll recognize her. Not her again. You mean the pink puffball? Where are they? Uncertain. They were looking around Zenith. They can't have gotten far.
What are they investigating?
The Star Rain, as far as I know.
Oh, that's what I was investigating. Oh, we should go talk to them. We can exchange notes. Oh, I already drew a map of the impact sites in Zenith. Maybe we can help extend it further, or even find the culprit of this curious incident. Oh, come on, Blaze. We have to go find them for your cape and my notes.
I'm going alone. You do whatever. With you along, I could never stay undetected.
Wait for me! See you soon, Innkeeper. Bye!
See you soon, Melly. Do I not read the letter? There's still a letter on the board. There's still a letter on the board. I would love to read that. I still need to read that. Yeah, this thing. Yeah, no, I still can't read that.
Oh, good morning!
Morning, Melly. Morning, Blaze. What have you been up to today?
Oh, you know, dilly-dallying and such.
I was not dilly-dallying.
He was! It goes well with the brooding.
Sounds like a wonderful morning. Can I offer you both something to drink in these early hours?
Yes, please. Can you make me something smart and sparkly?
Can do. She wants something smart and sparkly. Okie dokie. Well, there's Sunny Breeze. That sounds smart and sparkly. Oh, Sparkling Nebula. That would do it. She said smart and sparkly, right? She wants something smart and sparkly. There we go. One Sparkling Nebula coming up.
Oh, a fresh brew of smart sparkles. Thank you. This is just the right amount of sparkle.
Happy to hear that. Blaze, what can I get you? Nothing. Alright. So, has the cape found its way back home yet? Yes. The vampire was thankful, if melancholic. It seems to have awakened memories of old woe.
He seems pretty excited to me.
Yeah, that sounds more like Kyle. He should be. It fits him well.
almost like it was made for him. Well, it was very interesting seeing a vampire in person. His fingers were shorter than I thought they'd be. I expect him to be the size of a colossal saber-toothed tiger's fangs, but they were much tinier. A common misconception. Where'd you find him? At the local Gaia temple? I guess that's Gaia. At the local Gaia temple. It got split in the middle by a fallen star. That sounds morbidly interesting. It was! I overheard some priests say they're thinking about rebuilding the temple around it because it's kind of cool. And people like distinct temples. They do. The vampire was traveling with a really nice dwarf and a holy woman of Cassiopeia. They're asking around to see if the priests know anything about the star rain. Did they? No, I could have told them that 2 days ago. But while we were sneaking around and listening in, we overheard the strangest conversation. Turns out Ethelia, that's the cleric's name, found Ethel. Her name is Ethel. Her name is Ethel. Her name is Ethel. That's the cleric's name. Found out that one of the priests was actually a wobbling ooze in disguise. Scandalous. I know, right? But in the end, it was all okay. The others forgave him, and he promised to try and become a real priest. Apparently, he really loves the humidity in the temple. They all hugged and everything. It was really sweet. I was really happy we could see that from the shadows. We? Me and the mysterious and quiet Blaze over here. He's my new associate. I am no such thing. It's great to see you two working together so closely. You make a great duo. We are not a duo. Thank you! How did you find the right moment to give Kyle his cape between all those heightened emotions? We didn't. She got caught. Well, I thought one of the pillars would be big enough to hide behind. Well, but it wasn't. It wasn't a pillar, it was a tall vase. I felt very well hidden when Ethel suddenly asked me if I wanted to stop hiding now. Well, she was paying a lot of attention. I think she noticed me from the very beginning. She's so cool and smart. Did you ask her about her investigation? Oh, I did, but she said it was too early to share any insights. Even when I kept asking her, she wouldn't budge. So I asked Mr. Smith Frostgrip to tell me more about the temple's architecture instead. Did you know it was an altar built from 1,000-year-old oak? I didn't. That's fascinating. It is! She also told me I have to work on my stealth, that being small isn't going to be enough. I think she knows from experience. Better not tell her that. Better not. So, are you going to work on it? Yes! Blaze is going to show me the ropes. Is he now? I have to. She'll get herself killed otherwise. That's a very dramatic way to look at things. But also very nice of you. So, would you say your investigation was a success? Kind of. We got to see how clueless the other investigators are and returned the cape to Mr. Vampire. But we didn't find out anything new about the stars. And I didn't even get to see any monsters. I was hoping maybe some would have fallen from the astral sea and I could have studied them. A dangerous, if very exciting dream. Mostly a foolish one. Oh, you think so? Have you met monsters before? What kind? Do you have favorites? Oh, what's the first one you ever met? Did they try to eat you or be your friend?
Of course I've encountered monsters before. They've been a part of my life for many years. The shadows are full of them.
Really? Oh, that's scary.
Of course it is.
So, the first monster you ever saw were shadow monsters?
No, they were much worse than that.
What is it?
Can I have a drink after all? The words aren't flowing easily.
Of course, same as last time.
Yes.
Let's see if I can find something sweetly charismatic. Alrighty.
So we want another sunny breeze for him. There we go.
I did press the button. There it is. Okay.
A drink just for you? Thanks.
How is it?
Fine.
That means it's perfect.
So where was I? Right. Shadow monsters. Back when I was younger, I'd just joined the Shadowbanes, and I was eager to prove myself. It said there was great riches far in the depths of Gravelmac, a dangerous mountain range in eastern Phasia. Hidden treasure troves full of precious gems and gold, and I owed some debts. Hoping to find some jewels, I made my way there to the darkest of its crevices. Guarding its depths were creatures no one would ever choose to face. Bleak stalkers straight from the twilight chasm. Hideous creatures that have every right to be associated with the nightmare realm. They typically feed on rocks and gemstones, but they seem to think bones have the same general consistency. I wasn't able to harm them with my mortal weapons, so I distracted them with some of the gems I'd managed to pocket earlier. It was a close call. I'll never forget their twisted antlers and their beak-like snouts.
Oh, they sound kind of cute.
They were not cute.
If you say so. Oh, maybe one day I'll encounter some.
Pray you never will.
No thanks.
So, am I answering the letter now, or... Oh, hey, she's back. Right, she's a bit on the Celtic side, eh? I can remember. I remember, I do. Innkeep, hand me a drink, will ya? Coming right up, Lynn. Any preferences? Ah, just the usual. Something strong and powerful? Exactly. So she likes strong and power. So she wants herself a wee southern brawler, she does. So let's put a chili in it. Just give it a touch of that. Come on. Where's the tipping point? Where's the tipping point? There it is. Thank you. Ta-da! A drink. Yeah, you've messed up the definition of strong. You have a messed up definition of strong. Strength lies in the eyes of a beholder. Yeah, and yours need a prescription. I can read today. Say, innkeep, you got room in your neat little book full of recipes for one more drink? Sure, got one for me. You bet. It's what my baba used to make back in the day. My adventure reminded me of it. I guess she's supposed to be Russian, because she's using baba. So I think she's supposed to be more Russian. Thank you, Lynn. So since you're here in my tavern, unharmed, and in somewhat good spirits, I'm guessing you survived your encounter with the Wavering Chimera? I did, obviously. I'm losing the Russian. I don't have Russian. Russian is kind of up here, yes? Congratulations. Oh, you encountered a chimera? Sure did. Lived to tell the tale, too. You or the chimera? Both. Cool. Are you a beast slayer? I am. Though it's time no beast was slain. I'm Carlian, you know. I'm Serlian, you know. Millie, the greatest detective in the world. And this is my assistant. Your assistant got a name. Malachite. I see. So, Melly, you're interested in chimeras? I'm messing up her voice so much because I'm having such a hard time pinning her down. Russian is hard for me sometimes. I'm interested in everything chimeras. I'm interested in everything. Chimeras especially. If you like, I will tell you that sneaky innkeep and your punk in crime over there, how I outsmarted one. There we go, we got her. There she is, we got her, yes? Oh, yes, please. Oh, I would love that. Well, alright, strap in tight then. Our friendly innkeep here sent me on a quest to collect some saliva from the Wavering Chimera in a crag mangrove. That's the key ingredient for a vampire sunscreen, apparently. Well, that makes sense. The issue is the marshland, the Chimera's home turf. There's no way I could outfit it in its domain. I'm not sure if she's Russian or French now. I'm pretty sure she's going Russian, but she might be going French. I don't know. So I went the route of trickery.
My Baba always said all the chimeras she encountered enjoyed some good subterfuge. I ain't really the brainy type, but I thought even if I failed, it might be entertained enough to help me anyhow. I needed to pick a clever approach, of course, so I did only the reasonable thing to do in this situation. I talked to a mouse. A mouse. A mouse. I found a local one to the marshland. I found one local to the marshland, offered him a bunch of cheese if he agreed to help me out. It was pretty easy to convince. Why a mouse? Oh, everyone knows chimeras are afraid of mice, dummy. Exactly. I thought if it was scared, it might use its 3 brains less. So, I dressed up the mouse in the best wizard regalia I could find and made myself invisible. You can do that? Not usually, but the innkeep's drinks come with great perks. Oh, they do indeed, though I don't recall granting you invisibility. Yes, invisibility might be too strong a word. But with the wits I got from your drink, I remembered something. Chimeras have a hard time discerning between different shades of green. Oh, I think I know where this is going. Got quite the hand in camouflage, so I figured I'd put it to good use. I gathered some underbrush, sticks, leaves, made some glue from tree resin and spit. Spit? Everything holds together better with spit. Trust. Oh, let me jot that down. Sure thing, kiddo. So I put it all together in a cloak of camouflage. Put some mud on my face and was ready to go. So, dressed up in camouflage, the mouse and I, unseen, approached the chimera. It was resting near a muddy stream, and 2 of its heads were in deep discussion about the sanctity of canon compliance. What kind of heads did it have? Oh, besides the dragon one, obviously. A classic lion and snake head combo. Of course, all of them heard us approaching. First, they seemed curious, but all 3 of them froze up when they saw the mouse. Little thing looked mighty tall with its improvised wizard hat. I stayed right behind him, making his footsteps sound heavy. My camouflage seemed to work. The different shades of green and brown made me blend into the marshy landscape. From up close, I could see the chimera trying to hide its fear as the mouse drew nearer and nearer. So I started the show. The mouse, or me, same thing at this point, loudly announced that he was a great wizard, and he had come to collect spell-casting ingredients for his plane switching spell. He was prepared to fight, but was willing to bargain if the chimera valued its life. To underline his great power and everything, I even made him float in on my invisible hand. Lucky for me, the chimera was more than ready to take up the offer, though it did briefly argue with itself on whether fleeing was the better option. The snake wanted to fight, but only until the mouse growled, or I growled, one and the same really. So the great mouse mage stated his conditions in no uncertain terms. one bucket of saliva, and in return, he would leave the chimera in peace forever. Helped a lot that he could summon the bucket out of thin air. Briefly, I lost my sanity when there was more in-creature arguing, but finally the chimera agreed. It filled the bucket with plenty of saliva within the disturbingly quick time frame. Happy to have avoided any monumental violence, the mouse wizard and his bucket of valuable chimera saliva floated away, promising that he would keep his honorable word. That was an incredible ruse. Guess I got some of my Baba's brains and charm after all. More than some, it seems. Let's not get too carried away. Once we were out of sight, I had to keep up my own end of the deal, of course. After getting out of my camouflage, I thanked the mouse, gave him the enormous amount of cheese I had promised him. Oh, wouldn't that much cheese be way too heavy for a single mouse to carry? It turns out the mouse was actually a wizard after all. He had some sort of dimensional pocket he could store it all in. Go figure. Disappeared with the cheese and just left. It's ridiculous, and its ridiculous hat with me. Bid me farewell before I could ask him why he hadn't said something sooner. But about the whole wizard thing, you know. Typical mouse with a wizard hat, I see. I prefer detectives, personally. Me too! Afterwards, I thought I was in the clear, when I suddenly felt something breathing heavily right behind me. When I turned, I was looking right into the scaly eyes of a wavering chimera. Apparently, it had wanted to know where the wizard would take his leave, so that it could move to a more secure spot. Thought I was about to be smoke. But apparently Baba was right. They do like a good ruse. So it wasn't mad? No, it was amused. Impressed even. In return for making its week, it let me live and left me with some strange words. Strange words? Stranger than a talking dragon head. I mean, that's kind of what dragon heads do, right? Not sure. Maybe they do typically speak in prophecies. Prophecies? That's what it said it was giving me. It said hope will fall and hope will rise. A hero will tether its final thread, burying the past and keeping the dead. That sounds like a bunch of to me. How blasphemous! I didn't say it wasn't real, but why do they gotta keep making these things so cryptic? Good question. Ain't no one got time to interpret this kind of stuff. That's the thing. That's the thing with prophecies. No need to interpret them. You realize exactly what they mean soon enough. Oh, what hero you think it was talking about? No clue. I bet it's you. I ain't no hero, kid. Oh, I think you might be, Lynn. You know what? You know what would be very heroic of you? What? If you bought that saliva to Kyle the vampire, I'm sure his happiness about finally being able to walk in the sun again would be extraordinary. Too lazy to go yourself? My domain is merely my tavern. You're much more likely to run into him. Fine. Might as well. I guess I owe that leech a thanks for providing me with this strange adventure anyway. Did you have fun? It was fun? Yes, I admit it. It was fun. I just wish I could tell my Baba all about it. But you make a good stand in innkeep. Thank you. I try. Now, any of you happen to know where I can find this vampire? Last I saw him at the Gaia Temple. The priests might know where he went. Oh, I know where he wanted to go. I overheard him talking about it. Care to share? I want to trade the information. I want to trade it. The information, I mean. For what? Can you teach me how to use a great sword? That's it? Yeah, sure thing. Right now? Is right now okay? I've got time. It might take you more than one lesson, though. It's okay. I've also got time. It's a deal, then. I'll show you the basics, and you tell me where to find the vampire. Yippee! That is, if your assistant is alright with that. Don't care. Not my circus. Not my monkey. Okay, kiddo. Let's go. Innkeep, can we use your front yard? Of course. Go wild. Will do. Just try not to hit anybody. Oh, are you coming too, Mal? No. I'll stay here and have another drink. Okay, you can join us later. I can't wait to learn how to fight. It'll be so helpful for future adventures. The innkeeper, do you have any quests I could go on after this to practice my sword and stealth skills? Not yet, but I'm sure something will come in. Be patient. I promise I'll have a quest for you soon. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to destroy any challenge with my wits, stealthiness, and giant swords. I know you will. Oh, but first, I gotta practice. See you later! I like her ambition. I like her naivete. Some would call it optimism. Waste of time. Delusions. Delusions get you nowhere. You would know. Another drink. Same as before. Sweet and all. Coming right up. Alright. Ooh! So she gave us another Sailor's Courage as another one. Okay. This is the feather thing, I think. Yeah, that's the feather thing. Thank you. Take that up to 2. And then fill the rest out with charisma. There we go. One sunny breeze coming up. Some sweet optimism for my most pessimistic customer. This is sweet enough to make me optimistic for future drinks. Wow, I'm proud of myself here. You should be. So, malachite. Just leave me to my pondering. Got it. Can I read the letter?
there's a letter. Oh, hey, you're back.
Hi, Innkeep!
Hey, Fable.
Oh, I'm so happy to see the tavern looking healthy again. And you too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it took me so long to check in.
That's all right. I hope the last 2 days weren't too hard on you.
No, not at all. I was just very busy. A bunch of ash and grove trees got knocked over, and I spent a lot of time rescuing the local leading group therapy session with the local wildlife. And of course, I had to check in on all the nearby settlements too, to see if they needed any help with any damage after all of that.
How'd the werewolf settlement fare?
Okay, it took some damage. Everyone's okay, but only physically.
They might have to relocate. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, they'll be okay. I'll make sure of it.
It's very nice of you to check in with everyone.
I had to make sure everyone was okay. I used up a lot of my healing salves, but that was what they were for. But that's what they were for. I'm not happy I had to use them, but I'm glad I was prepared. May I request something?
Go for it.
Do you maybe have a drink in your repertoire that could assist someone in a situation like mine? Your drinks are powerful. I'd like something that would make me tougher while also replenishing my social energy. I think I'm all done with helping out now, but a drink that would be real... Yeah, but a drink that would be a real game changer in case something like this happens again. I don't think I have a recipe for that yet. But don't worry, I've already got an idea. Even without such a drink, I'm sure people were very thankful for your presence. Well, they weren't mad about it, at least. Though, I sort of feel like people aren't really as concerned as I thought they'd be. When I saw the stars fall, I felt for sure the world was gonna end. Yes, I recall. You were right. You were right that it wouldn't, of course. But I thought that people would be a little more freaked out by the lack of a night sky. But everyone just seems to be okay with it. I asked one of my sisters about it, and she said, "Who cares? Some wide-eyed adventurer will surely put them back up at some point. Let's worry about replanting these tomatoes." I don't even know if you could put them back. You can never put back what's lost. But you can always replace it with something new. I'm not sure you can replace stars, or if you should approach loss that way. It's all a matter of perspective. I wouldn't mind a bunch of trees up in the night sky for a change. Right, but it still would be much easier if some things would just stay the same. They never do. I'm just happy everyone's okay. Did you check on Lynn yet? She should be hacking my terrace to pieces outside. Oh, I did. Outside? On your definitely not hacked up terrace? Just out of curiosity, do you own any wood glue? it was nice to see she's okay too. I was a little worried she would just leave and never talk to me again. So it's nice watching her train Melly with so much enthusiasm and catch up a bit to, and catch up and to catch up a bit. That too. She tried to rope me into their greatsword training. Did you accept? Well, I'm not really the sword kind of elf, but it was fun to watch her and Melly. Oh, she's very sweet. Indeed. And I was just relieved to see Lynn doing all right. Even though she is worried about Mr. Jargon. We don't have any way to check in on him. I hope he's all right. I'm sure he is. To celebrate our well-being despite the absurdity of this world, how about a drink? I would love a drink. I can try out that new one I requested. 1,000 Winds, was it? In case I run into more people in need of help on the way back. I'm sure I'll find just the right thing. Alright, so we have a new one. She wants, or he, they. They're a they. They want 1,000 Winds. Okay. So... probably this for an additive. Don't need to put that in. Okay. Cool. There's your 1,000 Winds. A breezy drink inspired by your kindness. Oh, thank you. Your drinks are still the highlight of my day. She makes the best drinks, right? There. Okay. Really? Do you actually think that? Or is this a thing where you just don't want to be nice? People seem to do that a lot for some reason. Oh, right. They taste good. As good as things can taste when you're, me. Well said. Thank you. By the way, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Fable. I'm an elf and a ranger, and I come here a lot. They're also an incredibly courageous and capable hero. That's not true. Not yet. I'm working on it, being a hero, I mean. Why? Because I dream of adventure and all the wonderfully exciting things it can bring. And I want to help people. Why? Why not? A Malachite. Oh, you're Malachite, obviously. Melly just talked about a Mal. She said they, or I guess you, are very cool. And her new friend, she sounds so very happy about it. We're not friends. She just won't leave me alone. Oh, okay. Then why do you spend time with her if you don't like her? That sounds really mean. She keeps following me. And you take her along?
not by choice. I don't know you well enough to judge the truth behind all this. But I think you should be honest with her and with yourself. Honesty goes a long way. I also believe that that thing in Zolford could be fixed with honesty as well. You mean the missing familiar? I've heard several familiars are missing, actually. And I believe with so many mages and familiars present, someone's bound to know something. But maybe they're just scared to face possible consequences for their honesty. Sounds like Zolford is going through an eventful time. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep an eye or two out for future developments. Zolford isn't very far from here, is it? Not too far. It's in the eastern Phasia, and is, to my knowledge, the biggest harbor town of the Republic has to offer. I can only recommend its many summer festivals. Very pretty fireworks. Why? Does it sound like something up your alley? No. Not mine, but Melino is seeking her first quest. Maybe this could be something for her. She needs to practice her skills outside of a risk-free theory. Good idea. I'll see if I can reserve it for her. Sorry for asking, but first quest, I thought Melly just turned 10. Isn't she a bit young for quests? No. I was a similar age when I ventured on my first. The one with the horrifying nightmare creatures? Yes. Oh, that's sad. No, that's cool. No, I think that's a little sad. Children shouldn't have to face such danger that early. Why not? It's always there. Might as well confront them with it when they're young so they can expect its existence in their lives. That's an insane thing to say! Well, just because the world can be horrible doesn't mean we should confront children with that fact as early as we can. It's already bad enough that grown-ups have to deal with so much. Why should they just accept it when we can make a world a better place for them instead? I mean, when you were on a quest with I quote, horrifying nightmare creatures, weren't you scared? Wouldn't you have preferred to not be alone? It builds character. A character that thinks we should put other kids in miserable situations. Sure did a lot of good for you there. Weren't your parents worried to death about you? You've got enough rumors to make a quest yet, Innkeeper? Not yet. Give me another day. People are so busy talking about or ignoring all that star debris. They're losing sight of the important things. Like feeding me new information. Is that very nutritious for you? No, but it's fun. In that case, the fun I can provide in a day is running out. Unfortunately, the horrors of this world did not stop chasing me or anyone else. I shall take my leave. Good luck. See you around, with less horrors, I hope. Now I'm worried about Malachite, About Malachite or Mel? Both. Are you really going to send her on that quest? If she wants to go, but I don't think you have to worry about it that much. Sulfur's a beautiful city with a very low crime rate. I think she can handle a couple of rowdy familiars. And I doubt she'd be going alone. I hope not. There's a little worse than being alone when you're scared. Very true. Are you scared of anything? Yes. Bad yip reviews? I don't think you have to be scared of that. You make the best drinks in all of Australia. I think as long as you like my drinks, I'll be okay. You've got my 5 stars in the bag. I would ask what you're afraid of, but the answer would be everything. Is it? Yes. But I'm working on not letting my fears stop me. Good on ya. I might not be able to avoid feeling afraid, but I can always just do things when I'm scared. Rather than not at all. Maybe that is still terrifying thought. How do you handle situations you're afraid of? I used to have a terrible habit of just walking away from the things that scared me, but with the right people by your side, staying becomes less of a crushing weight on your shoulders. You realize that even if things aren't perfectly comfortable, they're still worth experiencing. Well, that sounds lovely. Oh, I paged off again. Hang on. I've never seen friends of yours around the tavern before. Maybe I should invite them over sometime. Perhaps. Though one of my friends is sitting here right now. Where? Wait, are they invisible? Oh, you mean me. That makes me really happy. Also makes me feel pretty bad about having to go back home. Don't worry, go home. Fix the many things that worry you. As long as you come back. Always. I'll see you tomorrow, innkeeper. See you tomorrow, my friend. And we close up for the night. Still have not read that letter on my bulletin board. Really should consider doing that. They gave me a letter like what? Almost a week ago? And I still have yet to read it? Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me one quick second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Oh, I see we're referencing that. As we're referencing Good Mythical Morning. It's well past noon. It's still morning somewhere. Plus, a wizard doesn't care about things like time. It's time's not only relative but also flexible, like a gummy worm. One time, I actually tried breaking through the space-time continuum using a loophole through paradoxal vortex. And did it work? No. But but almost. I would have needed a drip of primordial sea to enhance the curvature, and that should have done it. But no access to the primordial sea. Bummer. I heard that's not very easy to get. Theopractically, it is. Theopractically? Practically, in theory, duh. That makes sense. I get it. You do. Sure. Interesting. And suspicious. Are you mayhaps also a person of magic? Well, I do make magical drinks. Enhanced mixology. That indeed is a niche. Say, Inky, did something you make ever explode? Occasionally. Heck yeah. Welcome to the club. I think I blow things up at least once or twice a week. I'm Hex, by the way. Nice to meet you, Hex. Nice to meet you too. Just innkeep for now. Alright, well then, innkeeper. How about a super wheezy breezy drink for me? Any flavors you might fancy? Maybe something that makes me focus more and perhaps helps me to better understand the primordial vortex. Gotcha. So, mental brainy head stuff. You want something heavy on mental brainy head. So that would be a sparkling nebula. Probably a sparkling nebula is our best bet. Yeah. And then... yeah, no, that's good. Okay. Here we go. This should boost your focus like nothing else. Amazing! I can already feel the ideas cooking up. I think I figured out a way to get that primordial seawater to... never mind. The explanation would be too complex to grasp. So... what complex reason brings you to my tavern, Hex? Eh? Getting away from all the other smart persons in Esteria. And who would that be? Does it matter? You tell me. My sister. She's studying and driving me crazy with her theories. They're so reasonable, you know? No chaos. But there has to be a little bit of chaos in everything, doesn't there? I wonder how she gets through life with so much structure. Hello. Structure is the key to everything, young lad. Without structure, there is no chaos, and thus there'd be no entropy. I found entropy to be quite essential in this world. And you are? Oh, how rude of me. Top of the morning to you, lad. And to you. Oh, I'm guessing this is supposed to be Jacksepticeye, maybe? Since top of the morning to you, laddies. And to you, innkeeper, is it? Correct. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. Suppose you can call me Scully. My actual living name would be too ancient to be spoken out loud. I'm an archivist. Because, I mean, obviously, this kid is referencing Good Mythical Morning, and what with top of the morning to you lads, I'm guessing this guy is referencing Jacksepticeye, plus he's got, like, a slightly green eye over here. So what, is this guy supposed to be referencing Jacksepticeye, and this one's referencing Good Mythical Morning? At least I used to be. Now I'm dead. Well, I'm somewhat dead. Not completely, obviously. Under mysterious circumstances, I happen to be still conscious. So you're undead? Precisely. How? Well, I passed on, then one day I rose from my grave. It was like a long sleep, completely knackered for thousands of years. At least, I believe it was thousands of years. What year is it? 1755. No! That's brutally long. So how did you come back to life? Not sure myself. I woke up and walked on like nothing had ever happened. Thought to myself, might as well explore the world anew. Those who'd arisen with me didn't seem to be inhabited by an independent consciousness. And, alas, didn't care. Those who'd arisen with you? There are more like you out there? Of course! Undead rarely rise alone. They mostly serve a master. Right. However, since I decided not to bother with that and go my own way, going south I passed through Zulford and found a small little tavern. A bit like this one, more in a nautical style. They had a lot of fish. I've never been a fan of seafood. Though I've got to listen. Though I got to listen to a lot of town's gossip. Care to fill me in on that Zulford gossip? Well, apparently, a well-known noble married a commoner and decided to run off with her, leaving the family without an heir. But there's more. Fishermen fear that Zulford has been cursed by a sea witch. They say the docks are being haunted by lonely animals that stare blankly at the waves and the moon at night. And during the day, they disappear like ghosts. bit of a weird curse. Fitting for any sea witch or wild sailor's tale. Innkeeper, do you have a drink for this undead fella? Drink and a mop? Just a drink. I won't be needing a mop. If you say so, what do you like? Something that'll loosen this non-existent tongue. Something full of charm and appeal. Sure, coming right up. Don't know how that's going to work without a stomach, but okay. So that does have a lot of charm. Thousand Winds has a lot of charm, but he wants charm and appeal. So that would be either Sunny Breeze or Sparkling Nebula. We'll go with Sunny Breeze. Right. There we go. A real charmer just for you. Jolly! I feel like I can conquer the worlds with my words alone. Oh. Not that I would ever do that. Ooh, sorry. I care more about words than worlds. Archivist things, you know. I spent most of my life reading, sorting, and archiving. That didn't leave a lot of time for dreams of hubris. Are you sure? Academic hubris is a powerful one. Come on now, that type hardly counts. Agreed. It's only natural. Oh, I think you mean given me... Oh, I think you've given me an idea, Bone Man. I did? Yes. If I can enhance the aging process of cells, the incubation procedure could... Alright, gotta go. If my sister asks if you've seen me, if my sister asks if you've seen me, no, you didn't. Thanks, bye. Energetic young fella. Indeed. Sorry. Some of the voice acting just, like, makes me yawn. I'm guessing it's like the muscle and contractions used. And just, like, automatically, like, reflexively makes me yawn for some reason. Don't know why. Well, I just said I'm guessing it's the muscle contractions. But if you don't mind, Innkeeper, I'd like to linger here a bit and enjoy the moment. Of course. Who's coming in next? Oh, hey Fable. Hey Innkeep, how's it going? Not what I meant to press. All fine and dandy. How about you, Fable? Well, I'm still very busy helping the farmers rebuild their barns and fences. Also, apparently, a bunch have lost their crops due to how hot the stars were. It's terrible. Seeing all this destruction is terrible. Oh, I've never seen anything like this before either. Historically, the Lady of the Galahad Sea never struck me as somebody to unleash baneful omens. Apologies, my manners. It's impolite to burst into a conversation just like that. I'm Scully. Fable. Nice to meet you, Fable. Again, my apologies for the impulsivity. That's alright. I was just surprised you could actually talk. Oh, no offense. I just, thought, usually... none taken. Usually skeletons don't speak. Theopractically, they don't. Theopractically? Practically in theory, apparently. Expectations confirm the rule, or exceptions confirm the rule. You sound like a wizard. Ugh, please don't say that. Okay, let's pretend I didn't. Scully, how did you like her drinks? Surely an experience. I can feel it gurgling in my bones. Yeah, sometimes they do that. Could you also make me a drinking keeper? Sure. What you want? I don't want my bones to jingle, but something that enhances my finesse would be nice. You know, you have to be very delicate with zucchini seeds, or they'll give up immediately. No. I've had some fussy seeds, but zucchini ain't one of them. Of course, coming right up. Like, I've had some fussy seeds in the past, but zucchini was never one of them. There we go. She wanted a swift strike, do you? Okay, so... this one. There you are. I hope that tastes refined enough. Oh, this is perfect. You know just what I need in Keeper. Sure, after all, you're my favorite regular. I guess. Well, you're a regular after all. I don't know what I'd do without your tavern. I'm guessing favorite regular opens up like a romance path or something. Plant zucchini? Probably. So, do you think your farm work will be done soon? Oh, I hope so. Not that I don't like helping them out. I do. But I think the sooner everyone can get back to normal life, the better. Do you perhaps need a hand? I happen to have two. And I might know a thing or two about crops and fences. Sure. I could use some help carrying a few things over to Terragrin. My treehouse is just around the corner. Splendid! Sounds like quite a useful endeavor. I'll gladly indulge. Thank you. Innkeep, before we go, I have something I wanted to give you. Cool. What do you have for me, Fable? Some dried honey flowers. The farmers didn't know how to thank me, so they gave me these flowers. And you're always so helpful and nice, so I wanted to share them with you. I'm sure you already have at least 4 ideas on how to use them. Thank you very much, Fable. I'll make sure to put them to good use. So you accept donations for ingredients? Certainly. I can only get my hands on so many infusions myself. What about recipes themselves? It's always good to get more inspiration. Wonderful! In my prior life, I had access to a lot of books about magic potions and mixing. I think I still recall my assistant's favorite recipe. Do you store it under your hat? Of course. Where else would I keep it? Fair enough. Thanks for the recipe. Innkeeper, thank you for being such a patient and pleasant host. I shall be on my way then with Fable. But I'll be back should I not crumble into a pile of bones from one day to the next. Let's hope not. I won't. I'm just joking around. I hope I wouldn't want to be responsible for that. Anyways, Innkeeper, thank you so much. I'll see you around. Let's go, Scully. No time to lose. And off they merrily wander. Ooh, you guys are back. Right, she's very Celtic and he's very he's a vampire, so that I was able to witness such a variety in my lifetime. Immaculate. You wouldn't even get excited about a rusty nail. Of course I would. Such a splendid chemical process. Metals have a variety of chemical processes. Rust may be my favorite of them. Ruins a lot of hard work. Does it now? Yep. Makes everything porous. Oh. Kyle, Rhea. Nice to see you both again. Likewise, dear innkeeper. How has your day been? Can't complain. Had some interesting customers today. Like that one distinguished gentleman who crossed us on our way in. Distinguished, yeah. Gentleman, I don't know. A giant top hat doesn't make you a gentleman. What does make you a gentleman? Manners. He was quite polite, I recall. Greeted me with the tip of his hat. You find everyone polite, even your slime. But Mr. Slime is quite polite. What a peculiar wall clock you have there. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It looks just like the clock in Evelyn's living room. It reminds me of all the times I impatiently waited for her to come home after important meetings and banquets. Do you know if that is her clock by any chance? I think that might be a story for another time. Let's not worry about it now, shall we? Okay. Say, Innkeep, have you read that letter yet? That'd be a story I'd love to hear right about now. Not yet, no. Tragic. I've always loved writing letters. Ugh. Innkeep, you got a drink for me? Something that might make me tougher. So I can get through today's babbling. Of course. So she wants something strong. And we just got some new concoctions in. So first snow is strength and swiftness. Sure, we'll do this one. And we got honey flowers? Okay. Trying to find the right additive for this. Probably this, actually. Right? There we go. That'll do us. One first snow coming up. Ah, now that's what I'm talking about. A gift of the great dragons. Well, thank you. I gave it my best. I can taste that. I feel sturdier already. I've had me doubts about you, innkeep, but I must say, you know your job. So, how's the day been for you two? The usual. Splendid! It was my first day in centuries out under the rays of the sun. And how did you like it? It was brighter than I thought. The light of the sun, I mean. And Rhea and I took a trip to the capital, since I rarely get to see it in the full of daily life. There were so many people. Too many. Just the right amount for a city. It was so vivid. It almost made me feel alive. And everyone was able to admire my beautiful cape. Is that the cape of invisibility? It absolutely is. How curious. Does that mean you two are going to Bavaria now? Huh? Why would we want to go there? That was the deal. I help you get your cape so you can attend the fancy Bavarian vampire banquet, and I get me gold's worth. Oh, but I got that invitation about 500 years ago. Didn't I mention that? No? What about me material then? Well, I can give you the gold right now if you want. Can you accompany me a while longer though? Ugh, fine. Oh, wonderful! Every second I spend with you brings me tremendous joy. What a great day to be a vampire. I've got my cape back, I can walk under the sun like the mortals do. Say, innkeeper, what if you thought of a new drink? One that would taste just as incredible and as the gentle and welcoming beams of sunlight feel on your skin. That's kind of a vague description, but I think I might have something in mind already. Ah, wonderful. I wonder if my dear Evelyn would desire to walk in the sunlight as well. Do you know how she's doing? Do you think I could pay her a visit? You shouldn't. I should. The air smells like reconciliation. Do you think that's a good idea? It ain't. It is. Kyle, you've stolen her, your cape. Do you think she'll greet you with open arms? You know what I'd do if me ex-husband stole me hammer?
What? I take it and smash all he holds dear. No one takes what's mine. But the cape is mine. Is she of the same opinion, you think? Oh. Maybe you're right. It would be a shame to lose my cape again. All she'd have to do is ask my undead Evelyn. There has never been a wish of hers I turned down. I wouldn't want and I wouldn't to this day. I don't want to have whatever you have with her. I'd lose my mind. Well, yeah, I know. Oh, how much I miss her. My heart is aching. If that's all, maybe one day she will reach out to me. I still miss her dearly. And I shall miss her even more looking towards the mountain's peak, knowing she's merely a grasp away. Maybe a drink could help for now? Oh! Would you do that? A drink for me? Of course. Something strong, please, dear friend, innkeeper, so that my heart may stop aching soon. Okay. So this is our new recipe? Okay. But he wants something strong. Sure, we'll do Sailor's Courage. I haven't made that one yet. There we go. And then... Yes? That's a Southern Brawler. That's not what I wanted. Okay, let's try this again. So... we want maybe a little more... Okay. Oh, we put a little Swifty in it. Here we go. There. There. Is that what we're doing for that one? We get the Swift to 1, we get the Crown to 1, we get the Shield to 1, and the Sword to 3, right? That should be it. Oh, because we don't have the Sword to 3 is the problem. Okay. No? Oh well.
And that works. Now it's a sailor's courage. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but now it is. I can't mend your broken heart, but perhaps this helps. Ah, it does. Thank you, dear innkeeper. Why don't you tell the innkeep more about your day? Hmm? Right, I suppose I wasn't done yet. Where was I? Your trip to the capital, busy streets, bursting with people. Roots! Roots. Roots. We admired the roots that enclosed the city, almost like a rampart. I finally had the chance to take a closer look. Quite fascinating. For once, I gotta agree. Almost made me believe the myths are true. Myths? Myths, I've told you. Rumor has it these are the roots of the ether tree. Breaking through the surface and taking the hold of Gaia, where they guard the capital. Ah, yes, a very good defense plan indeed. What is wood gonna do to protect the city? City is protected with stone. Oh? I was never very involved in fortification efforts. I figured. Oh. Oh? We also met that lovely Seraph again. How are her investigations coming along? Very well. She seems eager and determined. A detective spirit. I believe the last made her way to Dalwell. She seems to be on the way on to something. I can't wait to hear the story when she returns. Likewise. Say, Rhea, can we go to town and check out the antiques dealer? Oi, why? I want to see if I can find any keepsakes for the old times. Very well then, but you won't munch on the shopkeep, will you? Of course not. I'm well sustained from the innkeeper's creation. All right then, let's go. Goodbye, innkeep. Enjoy your shopping spree. Ooh, hello. Well met, adventurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Minth in the flesh. Hello, darling innkeeper. Good to see you again. It certainly has been a while. Must be hitting the 15-year mark, right? It'll be 25 years soon, actually. You know how I am when it comes to keeping track of time spans longer than a decade. I have time blindness, so that works out very well. Yeah, found out that that's a thing apparently, and it goes into the fact that I have ADHD. Apparently, I always said that I have no perception of the the passage of time. Found out it's actually a thing that comes with ADHD, and it's called time blindness. Fun facts! Always had it. Never could tell how long it was going to take me to do anything. Never can. I have time blindness. It's fun. I'm well aware. Good to know that you have me to drop in from time to time to remind you. Couldn't be more grateful. Especially when you bring Casket and Kane along. Do cute service beasts still get a discount here? Always. So, what's brought you back to the area? It's not your usual haunt. No, I generally prefer something more moist. Not the word I would have used. But something akin to that. It's decidedly too arid around these parts for my taste. And here I thought I would get to at least enjoy the recent downpour. But no. The stuff that came pouring down was unique. That's one way to put it. Destructive is another, and possibly more accurate. But I'm glad to see your tavern hasn't suffered the same fate as many of the streets and buildings I saw on my way here. Admittedly, the journey was quite challenging to navigate with my wheelchair before. Though the scenery has always been worth the struggle. But now, I'm afraid it wasn't possible to take in much enjoyment from the passing landscape. Not when I had to pay so much attention to not endanger myself and my sweet service beasts. You told me of your struggles with traveling before. I'm sorry to hear that recent events made it worse. Oh, well, we're here now, aren't we? And I do have to say, using the primordial vortex as a way to skip your veranda stairs was a marvelous accessibility touch. Quite impressive work, my friend. I'm glad to hear that my little spells are doing their job. I hope the cities will put similar care into rebuilding the streets. Flatter cobblestones would do wonders for many people like me. But believe it or not, I didn't come all this way to talk about the developments of inclusivity in urban infrastructure. Maybe I should take her more Southern Belle. She might be my Southern Belle character. I don't think I have somebody for that one yet. So we'll probably take her Southern Belle. No, not really. Shocking, right? I'm here on the hunt, one could say. What do you have your eyes on? Protection pearls. I've heard a few hushed whispers in my library. Folks say the pearls appear in the Lonesome Lagoon this time of year. Ah, those again. Good hunting then. Thank you. Though while the pearls might be my main objective, I haven't decided to come to town with only a singular purpose. I need to ask you for something, innkeeper. A good drink? No. My manuscript, darling. I believe 25 years should have been enough time to proofread it, yes? Yeah, of course. I finished devouring the manuscript almost as soon as you gave it to me. It just took me a while to recall doing so, you see. Since it's been so long since I definitely got done with that. Lovely. I'm glad I have such a reliable old friend to proofread my work. Would you like a drink while I try to engage my brain cells and remember where I put it? If you're offering, I'd be pleased to accept. Perhaps something to refresh my mind after my journey? I'll do my best. So she wants a brainy head. Yeah, she wants a brainy head. We could give her a peak sunrise. That's heavy on the brainy head. Okay. Level 2 to Swift. Level 1 to Thought. Yeah, there we go. You got it. I thought very hard about making the perfect drink for you. I've missed this. Good to see your mixing skills haven't diminished one bit. In fact, I think I might be coming up with an idea for a new story. Let me note this down really quick. Take your time. So while I enjoy your mixology, no matter what you put in front of me, I'd enjoy it even more if you could recall the location of my very precious manuscript. You know, the one I lovingly worked away at for almost half a century, whilst my library came to be. Certainly! It should be just below this no, wait, I must have put it over there, actually. Alright, given this ongoing battle with your organizational habits, it might take you a bit longer to recover it. And I have some pearls to go get. So, about this, I'll return around 7 days, and then I can tell you about my pearl hunt in exchange for my manuscript, my proofread manuscript. Am I getting through to you, dear? That would be helpful. Good. It was nice seeing your weary face again, innkeeper. Likewise, Minth. Have a safe and pearlful journey. I'll try. Oh, buddy. 7 days should be enough time to read the manuscript, right? Okay. So, Riverbanks of the Shiverhides Amari Morgan. A wrathful spirit. So what are we making a quest for? An unusual amount of undead seem to be haunting the west. Undead snails are being accused of eating crops. Okay, I don't think this is going to be one we need, so we can just put that down at the bottom. The capital is wrapped in roots, protected by divine. According to a myth, it's an ancient. I'm not sure we're gonna need this. Hide long lost treasures and terrifying beak stalkers. Zulfur Docks? Right? Banshee is haunting the lagoon. Stranger comes to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Slight unrest in Zulford. Archmage is looking for their familiar. There. Is that what we're looking for? There we go. lively port city of Zulford is known not only for the docks, but also for its large community of mages. Lately, there seems to be something of a mystery going on there. The familiars of several archmages have gone missing and are nowhere to be found. But it's a big city. There must be someone who knows something. Could their disappearance be related to the tale of the sea witch who's cursed the Zulford docks? So why did we wait till then to do the whole thing? Because, like, we had all that stuff, like, a day ago, right? Why did I wait till now to put all that together? Unless I got that earlier this morning. Am I still not reading the letter? Hopefully I'm at least reading the manuscript. Good morning, innkeeper. Could you please make me a drink? I need something to wake me up and help me feel agile again. Of course, Fable. Just a moment. So you want swift something. We need something with a lot of swift movement. Swift Strike could do. Looks like Swift Strike is going to be our best bet. This one. We already have a little bit to bring ahead. With just a touch to defense. Come on, there it is. Just a touch to defense, not that much to defense. And okay. There we go. There we go. A swifting you go. Whoop, sorry. Thank you. Feel much better already. Long night? Oh, very. Turns out there are a lot of farmers who need help. Regret offering it? Not at all. I really enjoy being able to offer help to people. Before I just used to wish I could help, but I never felt competent enough to try. It's fun to try. A bit exhausting at times, but I think I much prefer this over just waiting around. I still could use a bit more practice, though. That's fair. Just make sure you also practice taking breaks. You'll have a much easier time helping other people if you're not close to passing out yourself. That's what I have your drinks for. My drinks are not a gateway to burnout. I admire your kindness, Fable, but you too should fall under the umbrella of people you're being kind to. I mean, I am pretty good at falling. You're pretty good at a lot of things. I try. I know. Stay and have a rest now, okay? Okay. Thank you. A good day to you, innkeeper. Good day to you, adventurer. Yes, an adventurer. That's what I am indeed. I come here seeking a drink. What a coincidence. I happen to have some of those in stock. What can I get you? What kind of drinks do adventurers usually get? Whatever drink they desire. Then, well, I could do with something that tastes good. Of course. Perhaps something that could protect me from my foes. Defense is the base for every adventurer's skill set, is it not? Possibly. Let's try and find out. So, you want something with high defense. So, First Snow has high defense. Thousand Wind has medium defense. Frost Lagoon has a high defense. So it's between Frost Lagoon and First Snow. Eeny, meeny, chilly, beanie. I don't know which one to choose. We're gonna try for this one. Frost Lagoon it is. Okay. Give me a 1 to that, 1 to that, and 3 to defense. That'll work. Thank you. Liquid protection against your foes. Now for half the price. Thank you so very kindly. Well, do you like it? Well, yes, of course. Then you should say so. I apologize. I forgot to do the thing where you say words out loud. I get that. Now that you've acquired a drink, care to introduce yourself? Oh, how incredibly rude of me to forget! I'm Gustav Archibald Richmond III, son of Lord Gustav Albert Richmond II, and Lady Dorothea Bridget the 27th. And an up-and-coming hero for the Windmore. And, who might you be? The up-and-coming innkeeper of Zenith. Happy to have you here. And I'm Fable of the Ashen Grove. Your Fable? Yes? Is that a bad thing? The Fable that saved Tiergrin from werewolves? The very same. Wow, what an incredible pleasure to meet you. I've heard so many things about you. Oh, good things, I hope. Of course! They say your skill with a bow single-handedly saved the village from 2 bloodthirsty werewolves. I wouldn't phrase it quite like that. They're very good with the bow. Incredible! I wish I possessed such spectacular skills. They spoke of you helping with the aftershocks of the Stars Fall as well. I mean, that's a given. Oh, I need to help out where I can. You truly have the heart of a folk hero. How admirable! What about you, Lord Gustav Archibald Richmond III? What are you the hero of? Well, I'm currently leaving my backstory era. I'm in the first act, so to speak on my journey of becoming a full-blown adventurer, I've had a bit of a late start, but I shall catch up with haste. Also, Archie's just fine. You don't have to say the whole thing every time. Well, Archie, if it's haste you're looking for, I can help with that. Someone gifted me some golden feathers a few days ago. Prepared as an infusion for the right drink, they can hasten you up in no time. Really? Well, that's spectacular. always thought those things were myths or legends you only read about in books.
Do you read a lot?
You know, sometimes. Not that much.
Well, you should. Well, you sound like someone who enjoys adventures and books are so full of them.
They are. I'm just too cool for books.
Books are cool.
You think so?
Yes, I do. Well, I mean, look at the innkeeper's journal. Oh, it's super cool.
The coolest. Oh, very well. Actually, maybe I do read quite a bit. I'm sorry for being so weird about it.
Oh, don't worry. Well, we're all a little weird sometimes. What kind of books do you like?
Anything full of adventures and heroes. And adventuring heroes, really. They're just like me. Obviously, my parents would much prefer if I read about other things, such as books on etiquette or the newspaper. But I'm sure they would love it if I wrote a dissertation on the intricacies of Daria negotiations, or even become a diplomat myself. But I think I would fare much better as a savior of this world, don't you think?
The Daria negotiations? I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, it's terribly boring, really. They're renegotiating trade routes due to the collapse of the Colonel Bridge that was hit by a horde of spinal rhinoceros. It's not going all that well because they can't agree on who should pay for the repairs, the mainland or Daria itself. Just thinking about it puts me to sleep.
Then perhaps we should get to more exciting topics. How do you plan to start off your hero's journey?
By doing something heroic, of course. You got any idea what? What's something heroic I could do?
You could start by helping the local farmers. They're still rebuilding their homes and relocating their cattle as we speak.
Great idea. How much gold should I give them?
Gold? Well, I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't mind gold, but I was thinking about lending them a hand, physically, with your literal hands.
Okay. So, I would
go to the farmers and ask what they need help with.
Of course. That sounds... I shall figure it out. Thank you for the inspiration, Fable. It has been an honor meeting you. I hope we shall cross paths again. Till my next quest, innkeeper.
Till then. Well, that was, adorable? Weird. Not because of him. He heard about me being a hero. That doesn't sound right. But you are a hero. Well, not really. I didn't even do that much yet. Not enough to be inspiring to anyone anyway. Well, there are much greater heroes than me out there. He wasn't impressed by other heroes. He was impressed by you. Well, that's nice. You don't sound very happy about it. Well, I am. It's really flattering, but I just don't think I did enough to deserve this praise. I'm
just some elf. It's not for you to decide who's impressed by you and who isn't. I'm personally going to keep bragging about you, Fable. The great hero of the Ashen Grove and savior of Tyragrin. Alright, I get it. Thank you, Innkeep. I'll try to do better to accept compliments. Good.
Oh, I's got it. Oh, hello, Innkeep. Hello, Fable.
Hello, Mally. And hello, Malachite. It's good to see you both again.
Likewise, right, Mal?
Can I offer you two a drink?
Actually, you can offer us a quest.
Are you talking about the one you just picked up, by any chance?
Oh, your incredible deduction skills strike again. I'm only trying to
match wits here. So you're interested in saving those poor familiars?
I am! Missing familiars, silent wizards, clues leading to a seemingly dead end. Oh, this sounds like the case for the world's greatest detective! And her sneaky assistant.
They do sound like a great team. They're not a team. But they're going on another quest. They are not. Then why are you here? She didn't want to come here alone. She said she can't reach the quest board. And I needed a drink anyway. So you're sending Mally on a quest alone? As is customary. That's how the Shadowbanes have always handled it. Mally isn't part of the Shadowbanes. But she wishes to walk the path of thieves. So she must embrace their lifestyle. Well, I think she's trying to walk the path of a detective. And that just sounds dangerous and negligent. I agree.
You're not coming with me?
No.
Why not?
I just explained that. Badly?
But you have to come with me.
Why?
Well, it's clearly a job for two people.
There's no job that can't be done alone.
What if I need someone to sneak into the crime scene to gather evidence?
Didn't you want to go on this quest to test your stealth training?
But what if I get nervous? What if I forget how to be stealthy? Or what if none of the familiars want to talk to me?
I don't know, Melina.
And what if I come back and you've been eaten by a T-Rex?
Who cares?
I do!
Ooh. Go with her. I think you should mind your own business. And I think you should make a much better decision. Melly's right. You two make a good team, especially for this case. So stop hiding from the imaginary T-Rex of emotional vulnerability and just go on this familiar themed vacation. You might even enjoy it. Listen, Melina, even if I wanted to come with you, I couldn't. I've got obligations, things to do. You're a thief. You don't have fixed working hours, and you don't have any other friends waiting around for you. Maybe not, but I do have to stop. But I do have a sheepfish to take care of. You have a sheepfish. I do. His name is Rufus, and he doesn't do well alone. Plus, he needs to be fed. And to do this, and to do his daily crossword puzzles. Otherwise, his wool will get strawy. It's a weird word. Oh, well, you're right. You can't just leave Rufus alone. He'll get lonely. Yeah. I could take care of Rufus. What? Well, I live nearby, and I'm very good with animals, and pretty decent at crossword puzzles. That sounds like an excellent idea. What if Rufus doesn't like you? He will, certainly after one of Fable's famous lullabies. You sing? Sometimes. Maybe you can sing a song about how Mally and Rufus got eaten by a T-Rex while familiars booed me out of town. I think I'd prefer a song about you and Malachite saving those familiars instead, right, Mal? Fine. But just this once. See it as a final exam for your training. Yay! That sounds fun! Wonderful. So, do you two need any help on your quest? Don't know. What do you think, Detective? Well, it's great that you would ask, mighty assistant. Please don't call me that. Okay then, mighty Mal then. No. How about John? Sure. So, John, thanks for asking. I've studied the quest given to us closely, and I have come to the conclusion that there's only one option. This is a classic case of finding the right clues sprinkled throughout the witnesses' testimonies and piecing them together correctly. The townsfolk, the wizards, the familiars, they'll all have different conflicting information, and we'll need to collect and untangle it all to see the whole picture. But to achieve that, we need to be charismatic enough to get the truth out of them. And for those who still refuse to talk to us out of guilt or fear, we'll need to activate our stealth powers. Find those hidden clues ourselves. Also, we should be quick so they can't destroy any evidence. I can offer you some of your golden feathers. They don't come with the sweet aftertaste of haste. That way you should be able to help to make it to Zoford much quicker. Great idea! I think you underestimate the severity of the situation. What would you suggest instead, John? I agree with the stealth part. We could use a hint of dexterity to make sure we remain unseen. As for as long as possible. Blech. I can read, I swear. But I believe our focus should be on overpowering whatever's responsible for this. No, I think she's right. I think this is a mystery. If they're making familiars disappear, they won't be interested in a discussion. Not a fair one, at least. We should fight first and ask questions later. I guess you got bored of the stealthy approach. Different problems require different solutions. If you're itching for a fight, may I recommend some fresh Phoenix chills? Some fire resistance could be a big advantage against wizards or familiars. Whether a fireball or fire breath, you would want to walk in unprepared. Well, does Andu have fire breath? Technically, yes, but he's usually too lazy to use it. It helps a bunch with roasting marshmallows, though. Well, I'd love to try Andu's marshmallows. I'll see if I can get something up when you return. Well, thank you. I think some s'mores could also help convince those familiars to help us. That's ridiculous. A dagger would be far more convincing. Well, I think both could work, Innkeeper. What do you think? They definitely need a little bit of dexterity for sneaking around, but what should they pair it with? Haste for a quick arrival, and charisma for smooth talking, or pure strength and some fire resistance. Let me think about it. We're going charisma. Okay. So I definitely want to go charisma with a haste infusion. We want to go charisma, dexterity, and a haste infusion. So like this one then, 1,000 wins. It's got high charisma, a little bit of dexterity. Yeah. And which one of my infusions does which? Okay, the feathers. So then you want this one. Okay. Just want two, thank you. Yep, 1,000 wins coming up. Should I make two? I think this case needs a delicate hand. The best detective work is achieved through clever conversation. Ha! You're spot on! I guess this is how I die. Don't be so pessimistic. My drinks have your back. Do you think you're prepared to solve this case, detective? Well, yes, with your help, we'll complete this quest with haste. We'll be back soon. Best of snooping. Well, I should go with them to pick up that sheepfish before they disappear into the night. Don't forget to sing him a lullaby. Rufus or John? Rufus. Right, obviously. I'm gonna go now. Have fun, Fable. Well, hello, innkeeper. Chrissy, glad to see you're all right. Likewise, good to see you in the tavern unharmed. It's quite the disaster out there. And I'm just passing through. Don't have time to stay for long. Need to check on the cottage and the birds and Fable. I'm sure everything is as it was. The canopies, the grove, the canopies of the grove are sturdy after all, which is why I chose to make it my home. That and the landscape. I hope your trip was nice at least. Oh, it was. It felt good to recharge and refill the creative juices. We talked a lot, actually. Almost mapped out the whole island. We also hiked to the foot of the Borean Ridge, where the auroras touch the peaks. I heard the view is quite remarkable. It was. I'd never seen anything like it before. It was the first time I got to catch a glimpse of them. I also caught a glimpse of the infamous Banshee. Everyone told us to avoid the lonely lagoon because of her, but it's too beautiful to ignore. I doubt the Banshee means any harm. Everyone yearns for a friend, after all, even scary creatures. Gets lonely as a monster sometimes. Everyone's scared of you. People shouldn't be. No one can choose who they're born as. We should accept them as they are. I have a few patrons who'd really appreciate hearing that. Then I'd be happy to meet them. Speaking of which, I got you something. Oh? Yeah. Remember the gnomes? I actually met some. Really? They had a booth at the convention where we're selling all types of stuff. I remembered our conversation and got you this. Oh, okay, she got me a gnome thingy. I thought you might appreciate it. I do, thank you. It'll certainly always have a special place in my heart knowing it came from you. Oh, you're such a sweet talker. But you can't trick me into giving you my name. What would I do with names? What would I want with names? Nothing good, that's for sure. But for realsies, I have to leave now. I've been gone far too long. See you around, innkeep. Don't I already have her name? Isn't it Chrissy? Okay. See you around, Chrissy. Take care of yourself. Always. Okie doke. Hello? Baya, good to see you again. It's been a while.
Yes, a while. A while. 6,000 years.
More like 2 months.
Oh. I thought I had hibernated longer.
You hibernated this time of year?
It was for the Bloomtide Festival. It happens every year near my swamp. Every year during the Dreaming Moon. Druids and bards joining together in search of the moon pools for 2 whole weeks. They dance, they laugh, They scatter pretty little flowers everywhere. They hope if they can satiate the land, it will lead them to the reflection of the cosmos.
You mean the set of mythical lakes that's said to reflect all of the 7 moons at once?
Yes. Ever since the Twilight Chasm portal opened up within them a mere 30 years ago, travelers have become increasingly obsessed with bathing in their beauty.
Such festivities sound exciting.
No! They're loud with their songs, they're laughing, they're arguing about getting lost in the endless maze of the marshes. And then they walk around with torches and burning embers that they swing too close to my precious vines. Why would you bring fire into a swamp?
That is a little rude.
Exactly. You know, I tried to join them one time. Their dainty flowers intrigued me, and I snuck up on them dressed in my prettiest poison ivy adorned with thorns of undying trees. And you know what they did?
I'm gonna guess scream and run away. What?
They chased me away with their fiery brooms, chanting "Demon be gone!" from the top of their tiny lungs. So now I hibernate every dreaming moon. That way I don't have to listen to
Again, sorry, some of these voices.
to their jolly tunes.
Maybe you should give them another chance. Very few Gaians are familiar with the creatures of the bogs. Only with the stories about their bone-crushing teeth.
What's wrong with bone-crushing teeth?
They think you might want to crush their bones with them.
Ah, but that would be so rude.
They don't think that way. But I think if they got to know you, they'd like you a lot. After all, you make the best flower crowns in all of Gaia. Maybe even all of Estrella. That sounds perfect for a festival.
You might be right. Maybe I'll greet them with some flower crowns next year. I could even open up a seasonal flower crown store.
Yeah! People would love that. I'd definitely buy one.
Ah! But right now, I'm awake and thirsty. Do you have swamp water on the menu today?
I'm all out, sorry.
Ugh,
Too bad.
something.
Hang on, guys. I will be right back.
Are you trying to help?
I am so sorry. They are about to do something to my electrical meter and it is going to cut off my power briefly. So I am going to real quick say I will be back tomorrow. I am usually live every Wednesday to Sunday, somewhere around 10-ish a.m. Eastern or New York time. Whichever is easiest for y'all to Google. I hope to see y'all back here tomorrow. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everyone.